Alright guys, this is for all you Modern Warfare 2 enthusiasts out there. A lot of you guys are looking for a mousing device because you're used to the PC FPS kind of experience, and a lot of people avoid using the controller altogether. So in case you're wondering which mousing device you should get, don't worry, help is on the way. I actually have both devices here, the main competitors that are out right now. The two choices you have on the left, you can see the FragFX Pro by Splitfish, the company that's been around for a long time. And on the right, you got the Fragenstein from Bannco. Again, they've had this product out for quite some while too. I think they were the first guys to have a wireless mousing device for the PS3, so they've had some good time with this product too. So yeah, so just to give you an idea, I'll start off looking at them, and I'll give you an idea of the shape or the size. A lot of people are worried because they think the FragFX Pro is too big. Now, just to give you an idea, because I know a lot of people are familiar with the holy grail of mice. Over here you got the MX518 from Logitech. It's probably one of the, if not the most used mice for the Quake, Counter-Strike, all that stuff on the PC. So and again, I only have average size hands. I'm a pretty small guy, so the MX518 fits comfortably for me. And if you're looking, sorry about the shadows, if you're looking, they're roughly the same size. I'd say the FragFX Pro is a little bit bigger, but not by much. I mean, it's got a familiar feel to it. So again, I got pretty wimpy hands, and I don't think it's going to be a big issue if people are worried about the size, to be honest with you. Unless you got extremely tiny hands, and then it could be a problem. Now with the Fragenstein, it's a little bit smaller than both of them, and I like it for that. I'm not used to really using a smaller mouse, but it's really grown on me over the testing I've done with it. It's got a a nice size, kind of almost a ambidextrous shape to it. Obviously, though, the buttons are on the left-hand side, so it is still meant for a right-handed person. But yeah, that gives you an idea of the sizes with them. So just kind of looking at the mousing devices themselves, they all have the same options. You got the scroll wheels. The scroll wheels also click left and right. It lets you do quick turns in the game. I don't think too many people use that, but it's a nice little function on both. See if I can stand these up for you. Just give you an idea of the side buttons. There you have it. The Fragenstein, the buttons are a little bit more spaced out. They got a really nice tactile feel to them. The only thing with the Fragenstein is I find is that the buttons, I love them, but they are kind of low on the thumb, I find. Like you can see the X button, which a lot of people use for jump in Modern Warfare 2. It's kind of low on the thumb, but you get used to it. I can hit them all fine. It's just a matter of getting used to it. With the Splitfish FragFX Pro, nice big buttons. They're all, and because they're bigger, they're closer to each other, so I find them a little easier to hit. They're a little higher up in the controller too, since it's bigger too. So for your hands, your average hands, if you have really long fingers, then this might work out better for you. But either way, that's just the buttons, and it doesn't take hard to get used to either way, whatever one you go for. The actual build quality, you'll notice if you get the Fragenstein or you get a chance to test it out, phenomenal build quality. First thing you'll notice is just the great responsiveness of the buttons. I mean, it sounds like a MX518, and just the quality is incredible. I love it. The FragFX Pro, way big improvement too over the older products they had, the version 1 and version 2 devices that they had for the mousing products. I haven't used those personally, but I heard a lot of bad things about them, that they had a very toy plastic feel to them. They would break easy. Now with this huge improvement, I do find it still has if you can hear that hitting the buttons, it still has kind of a plastic kind of feel to it. Not a huge fan of that, whereas with the Fragenstein, that's what a mouse should sound like. So that's just to give you kind of an idea of what they're like. Now, keep in mind too, when you put the batteries in them, they're going to get a little bit heavier. Without batteries, the Fragenstein's heavier off the bat because of the high build quality. It only takes one battery though. I think it's AAA battery. It only takes one, which is great. The Splitfish takes, I think it's 3 of the smaller batteries. Yeah, and the other difference too is that with the Fragenstein, you can't recharge the batteries. Whereas with the Splitfish controller, you can recharge them. There's a little spot right here. You can see you can plug in your USB thing that you used to recharge your controls. You do the same with the Splitfish controller, and you can recharge those batteries in there too. So that's a nice little option that you can do if you get rechargeable batteries. But again, with the Fragenstein 2, not really a big deal because it's got some sort of a battery saving technology, and it only takes one battery in each one anyways. So and I've had them in there for a while. I've been playing quite a bit since I've been addicted to the game. So yeah, either way, they have their advantages with the batteries anyhow. So you're good to go there. Now put those kind of off to the side, and we'll bring out the nunchucks for you so you can check them out, the differences. So obviously the Splitfish FragFX Pro nunchuck, bigger. It's got more of an ergonomic kind of look to it, and it's also bigger too because it's got more functions. Like, you look at the top, the typical L1, L2 buttons, but if I turn this around, it's really blurry, but you can see the F button there at the top. If you hit that button when you're in game, it actually slows down your sensitivity completely. So it's nice if you're you're just standing to snipe or something like that. It's a quick way of lowering your sensitivity kind of on the fly. If you're a sniper or whatever you need to use it for, a nice little innovation there by these guys. Also, you're looking at the some of the differences. The Splitfish nunchuck, you get the cross for your movement there, as opposed to the typical split up cross that you would have for your movement on the similar on the PS3 controller, which they did with the Fragenstein nunchuck. The joysticks are a little different. Got the indented one on the Splitfish, and you got the regular oval one. Both work great. They got a nice grip to them. I don't find my thumb slipping off them, so either way they're both good to go. You probably notice a couple of other buttons on the Splitfish nunchuck. You can't really see because it's blurry, but there's a macro button, which I can't remember what it's used for. I haven't tested it out enough. And then there's a PMO select, the PMO button, which allows you to kind of map a 6-axis control to. So for example, in a game, if you want to stab somebody, you can actually map the control where you move the dongle, it'll do the stabbing action for you. Pretty wild. I haven't tried it out myself, but it could be interesting to really try out. I don't know, personally I like the it's going to come down to preference. If you got big hands, it's going to work nice too, but even little hands, the Splitfish nunchuck works well. I just like the simple kind of smaller feel of the Fragenstein nunchuck, just because I got the little bitch hands, right? So it works perfect for me. But either way, they both get the job done. Now, obviously, you're probably dying to know which one performs better in game. And unfortunately, I got bad news. The Splitfish crapped out of me, so it won't hold a charge with any batteries, new batteries, rechargeable, anything I try. So I actually have to send that sucker back to those guys. But I've been hearing good things with the new firmware they've been releasing and stuff. So I've only tried it out of the box. It had its issues, but that's expected with a product that's brand new out of the box. Fragenstein, these guys are pumping out firmwares all the time, doing a really great job. Yeah, they've really been listening to the community as well too, for ironing out some of the micro aiming problems, and yeah, they just constantly bring out new firmwares and individual ones too for different games, which is a really nice touch. The other thing too with the Splitfish, it's a nice touch. This is kind of one of their trademarks. They give you a mouse pad too, so hard on the bottom so you can put it on your couch, whatever you want to do. It's very smooth too. It works great. I've even tried it with the Fragenstein, and a lot of people do that, and it's been working like a charm. So just, yeah, you get a mouse pad with them. Now with Fragenstein, they don't provide one. Again, they realize that most people are diehards that are using these products. They got their own faithful line of mouse pads. As you can see, I use this Pure Track Talent when I play anyways. I actually don't use the Splitfish mouse pad, but either way, yeah, another bonus of getting the Splitfish too. If you don't have a mouse pad for the couch, you got one with it. So pretty much it. Can't think of anything else off the bat. Again, I apologize that I couldn't really show you the devices in action because I can't do a proper review comparing them, since the Splitfish FragFX Pro is dead. Maybe if I get around to it, I'll do some videos with the Fragenstein, but some guys, Joey and a couple other guys, have already taken to that, and they're the pros anyways, so just check out their videos if you're curious about the Fragenstein. So a couple guys have done some videos too with the Splitfish. So either way, hardware wise, if you're curious about the size and what one you want to get, hopefully this helps out, guys. I gotta pack up the Splitfish and send that sucker back for the refund since it's defective. But either way, talk to you guys soon. If you have any questions, shoot them at me. Alright, bye.